What's good, everybody? I hope everybody had an outstanding Christmas. I know I did. Even though I had to go to work and hustle for that money, I still had a great time enjoying my Christmas with my family. It was still a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a good one. And also, before we get into the topic, make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed what I talk about today. Dislike if you absolutely hated it. You already know everybody is obligated to have their own opinion on my channel. And also make sure you hit that sub button if you enjoy the content that I talk about today. And hit that bell notification. It always helps you get notified on all my recent content as well. But with all that out of the way, let's get into the topic. So if you watch channels like 8 Thoughts or 402 Thunder, you've probably already seen this, but I wanted to give my little intake on it as well. But if you haven't noticed already, the player counts have been revealed for all of the Call of Duty games. And this isn't really too crazy for me. You know, I don't really care about how many people are playing because there's still billions of people who are purchasing the game every single year. But what I find funny is that Black Ops 4 is the lowest played game out of pretty much almost all of the past COD titles right now. It's just there. Like, Black Ops 4 is doing absolutely awful right now. This is interesting to me because I always thought the Call of Duty community would never revolt on a game, but it seems like we are actually tired of their bullcrap. It's showing by numbers that it is really going downhill for the Call of Duty franchise. Now, I didn't really see this coming for Black Ops 4. Honestly, if I were to think about it, Black Ops 1 came out, Black Ops 2 came out, Black Ops 3 came out. All very solid games. Everybody loved all of these titles. Even though Black Ops 3 was a little iffy because of the jetpacks, overall, the core gameplay, the maps, just the design of the game was pretty great. And then Black Ops 4 is to come out. Just another sequel to an outstanding series that Treyarch has made, but without the jetpack. So they're pretty much bringing it back to boots on the ground. But what could have possibly made this game fail? I don't know what could have possibly made it fail. I mean, they did pretty much everything correct. They kept the Call of Duty feel to it. They made it boots on the ground pretty much. They played it safe by making it near future so they can mess around with different guns to make it cool and unique in their own Call of Duty way instead of, taking it back to the past or modern day where they have to make it actually correct to the time period that we're in. They stuck to a little bit more safe of a period. But all this stuff doesn't really throw people away from playing their games. I don't really know what could have triggered the community to back down. Well, I can't say I don't know because I kind of do have a little bit of a hint in the side of my brain to why things are going downhill for Black Ops 4. The first thing that I could think of is that people are just tired of how Call of Duty continuously tries to copy other games. Call of Duty is the least original title I could possibly think of. Every single title they release, they always have to take something from another game. And Black Ops 4 just topped every other Call of Duty game. Usually it's like 1 or 2 things that you can see that they took from another game. No, Black Ops 4 is literally a duplicate of every single competitor. You're thinking about Overwatch, they've copied Overwatch. They've copied Rainbow Six Siege. They've copied Battlefield. They have copied every AAA title that competes against Call of Duty, that has pretty much a competitive fan base that they could pretty much compete for the player base. And they have copied everything. It blows my mind. And then Fortnite comes along as well, and they blow up. And what does Call of Duty do? They copy them as well. I don't know how they could possibly do this, but I think that's triggering people. I don't think people really enjoy the fact that Call of Duty is just pretty much a copy and paste of all these other games they love. If I wanted to play Overwatch, I'd play Overwatch. If I wanted to play Rainbow Six Siege, I'll play Rainbow Six Siege. I don't need to have Call of Duty do all these different things to bring me those experiences because those experiences are already there. We can already have these experiences at our fingertips. All you have to do is just purchase one of those games and you can play everything in there. You don't need to copy and paste into a Call of Duty universe. So I don't think people really respect Call of Duty anymore because of the fact that they're doing this. And me as well, I don't respect them either. I don't think it's a great idea that they're copying and pasting all these different ideas. I don't know why they can't just be original. I mean, and this is going to lead into the next topic, but just take Fortnite for example. Fortnite blows up. They make billions of dollars. So what does Call of Duty do? Instead of making their own unique idea, they take the same exact way that Fortnite blew up to make millions of dollars. Remember this isn't techniques to increase your player base. These are techniques to increase the money in your pocket. So they saw that Fortnite was making so much money off of this new system that they had, this new battle pass. PUBG tried to copy it as well, but that didn't go too well for them, obviously, because the community didn't like that too much. But back to Call of Duty, They decide to copy it. Of course, why wouldn't they decide to copy any other game? Why would they decide Fortnite? Because Fortnite made the most money. Fortnite is making bank right now. Easily the number one most played game at the moment. Easily the number one most paid game at the moment. They're making more than AAA title games, and it's a free-to-play game. So obviously they're making all of their cash off of transactions, microtransactions to be exact, skins, and cool different other items that you can purchase to make your in-game character look cooler, or weapons look cooler, or other things like that. Then Call of Duty comes in and says, hey, look, Fortnite made billions of dollars off of that. Let's copy their technique as well. Brilliant. Why? Oh man, it blows my mind how Call of Duty could actually sit there and do this. How they can actually sit there and copy these other titles without feeling any regret of doing so. But that's going to lead me into my next topic, and that is just the microtransactions in general. I think people are getting a little fed up because you see every other game in the universe, like Battlefield. Well, Battlefield's probably the only main example I can say because they've been getting the most backlash. And not just Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront as well, but these are made by the same company, EA. EA decides to put all these microtransactions into these games, whether it's Star Wars Battlefront 2 or Battlefield, but the community is done. They're sick of it, they're tired of it, they wanted a change. And what happens? They gotta change. Now here comes Call of Duty Black Ops 4, and they have tripled the microtransactions. Scratch having this whole loot box system where, you have to open up crates. You have to literally pay for all this crap now. They have said, scratch it. We're not doing this anymore. It's not making enough money. How else can we possibly dwindle everybody's pockets who plays this game? Now, let me tell you something, Treyarch. No, not even Treyarch. Let me tell you something, Activision. Nobody appreciates this shit. This is ridiculous. This is stupid. It's absolutely mind-boggling. Do you know why Fortnite has this system in their game? It's a free game. What don't you understand about this? You're charging $60 for your games, $50 for your season pass. Nobody can even buy the DLC separate from the season pass for this game. You can't do that. You have to buy the season pass if you want any DLC. You can't go ahead and buy a $15 DLC pack anymore. You just can't do that. You must purchase the $50 season pass. So now you're charging $100+ for a game if you want the complete game. They're not even selling the complete game because, the complete game is over $100 to get everything and all the content possible. Then on top of that, they take the Fortnite system where it's tiers, which you have to buy all the tiers. So get this. For YouTubers like me, if I wanted to review a new weapon, I can't just grind and open up crates or do like I did in World War II where you actually have the option to grind in multiple other ways. So literally, take this as an example. World War II, you did not have to get stuff out of the crates. You could literally do missions, you could do challenges, and you can unlock weapons that way. Black Ops 4, you are forced to do stuff with this tier system. It's so unfair. If I wanted to review the newest assault rifle, I have to pay $100 to get it. Or I just waste all my time and grind up to level 100, but I don't want to do that. There's other games I want to play, Battlefield, Rainbow Six, there's Overwatch, there's so many different things I want to dabble with that I don't want to dedicate my whole life to Call of Duty. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to drag you in and put all of your time into their game. It's ridiculous. So $100 for a gun, that's what they're charging for it. Or you can just grind for it. Then on top of that, you can purchase skins in their store. Don't forget this is a $100 game. Quote that, please. Don't forget that. It's a $100 game. So after that, you pay for skins in the store. You pay for dances in the store. Literally everything in this game you have to pay for. There is nothing in this game that you could do a challenge for to unlock. Absolutely nothing. There's not even the tiniest sliver of something that you could do that's a challenge that would unlock you anything. There's nothing. Challenges just give you calling cards, and I think that's it. That's all you get. In order to get other things, you have to grind this tier system, purchase tiers in this tier system, or purchase stuff from their store. So I don't think people enjoy this. That's all I have to really say for this. I know I'm dragging this on a lot, but as you can tell, I'm really actually angry about this. This is ridiculous, and I am beyond happy that their numbers are down. And I shouldn't really be saying that because I love Call of Duty. Call of Duty has been with me my whole life. I've started off on Call of Duty. Call of Duty is one of my first multiplayer games I've really ever played, and I love it to death. It's a great game, but it's not what it used to be anymore. It used to be an outstanding game. Now it's just a cash grab. Now they're just trying to do everything in their possible ability to get all the money they can get from you. This is ridiculous. They should not be doing this. This is a horrible business practice. I don't know what's going to happen to Call of Duty anymore. But hopefully they understand from this backlash. Probably they will not. They'll probably bring back the crate system or some other way to get money from you guys in the next Call of Duty game. But hopefully they learn from all of this experience that their game is failing because of the bullcrap they're putting in this game. I just can't believe they're doing this. But thank you guys for tuning into this video. I know I rambled on a little bit in this one, but this one is a little bit more to the heart. I didn't want to cut up a bunch of different audios. I want to just express myself and tell you guys how I feel. Because this is serious. I mean, Black Ops 4 is probably the least played Call of Duty game right now out of like the past 5-6 COD titles that we've had in the past. That's some pretty big news. So the fact that it's like the least played Call of Duty game right now says a lot, and it means something. And I hope that the community will continue to push with this new way, and we will get what we want. If we can just revolt, we will get what we want, which is free DLC, working with challenges to get DLC, ways that are actually different than having to cough up money out of my pocket to get stuff I want in-game after paying $100 for your game. That's what I want. But thank you guys for tuning into this video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it, dislike if you hated it, and leave it down in the comment section on your guys' opinion on what you think. Does Call of Duty truly deserve all this negative attention, or do they not deserve it? Personally, I think they deserve every last bit of what they're getting right now. They don't deserve another dime to their freaking names. They are the greediest company I've ever witnessed in my life, and it hurts me to say this because I love Call of Duty so deep down. I'm talking about Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, even Call of Duty Ghost. All these games were so solid. They're so good with good mechanics behind them. You didn't have to grind for all this stuff. Remember back in Modern Warfare 2 where you just had to rank up to get your weapons? Do challenges to get your skins? Does anybody remember these times, or is everybody so sucked in to having to pay for all this crap? We should not have to go through this. As a community, we should be able to get free content. Screw all this stuff. They're already getting $60+ dollars per copies that they sell for this game. They don't need any more. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.